Welcome everybody to AMF Babylon. It is Sunday, March 5th, and we are in for the Final Four of LIGBT's big two-squad sports shot tournament that attracted 163 entries. Let's meet the Final Four. Up first, Mr. Wayne Garvey from Manchester, Connecticut. Wayne has a 170 club average and he's getting 56 pins. Up next, Mr. David Ruiz from Whitestone, New York. David has a 160 average and he's getting 66 pins. Frank Lunghi's up next, who was on the film last week. He's from Farmingdale, New York, and Frank has a 170 average, getting 45 pins. And last but not least, Mr. Weldon Drayton from Central Islip, New York. Weldon has a 162 club average and he's getting 54 pins. Okay, bowlers, shake hands and let's get this match rolling. We had an incredible turnout today, and we are finally down to the Final Four after 3 rounds of finals. Press the red key, guys. First prize today is $1,000. Second is $500. Third is $350. Fourth is $300. They're bowling on the boardwalk pattern, which is 35 feet. And cut scores today were fairly around 705, 710. Scoring to make the Final Four here was 218. All right, Frank Lunghi going wide. Mixes up the head pin, knocks down everything but the 8-pin. All right, here comes our first look at Mr. Wayne Garvey all the way from Manchester, Connecticut. Wayne bowling with his friend James Dickerson. And Wayne coming off the corner, trips, oh! Trips the 6-7. He turned his back on it and he didn't realize he even made it. All right, let's see how Frank Lunghi can get the spare here. Shoot an 8-pin, which should be pretty easy for Frank, and he's all over that baby. Way to go, Frank. 5 and 6 on a pair all day. It was a fantastic tournament that paid out over $6,000. That didn't include Wayne Garvey, who's bowling, hit the jackpot for $634. Going Jersey, David Ruiz. We have a no-tap jackpot every second game. And Wayne got a 9 or a strike in every frame. And marked in every frame, and he was the only one in that squad that did it, so he broke the jackpot of $634. So he's trying to add on to a big payday. All right, here comes our first look at Weldon Drayton. Coming in, going Jersey, leaving the 6-pin. Weldon out of Central Islip, New York. Now, he's got one title. It was at South Levittown. He's been a member for just a year, and he's had a successful start so far. All right, Frank Lunghi starting frame number 2. Frank made the Final Four last tournament, so he's on a hot streak. Going Jersey, plows out the 10. Way to go, Frank. So after a spare in the first frame, he strikes in the second. And Weldon all over that 6-pin, and he's well done with a spare. So we have got in frame number 1 marks by all 4 bowlers. So that's a good start. 2 seniors are here in the finals. Wayne Garvey, he's 55 years old. Frank Lunghi is 68 years old. LIGBT guarantees a senior in the Final Four at every tournament. And this time 2 made it on their own. No one had to be added. All right, here comes Wayne. Wayne on a strike. Oh, he rips the 5 in front of the 7. Wow, bad break. Could have been a double, but unfortunately leaves the 1-pin. LIGBT's original home center was AMF Babylon. It's great to be home. I think that's why the entries were so strong. People love this centrally located bowling center. Have a great staff here. All right, Weldon looking for the strike. 10 in the pit. Way to go, Weldon. Wearing that Storm shirt. And he got the strike. All right, here comes Wayne Garvey. Wayne making the spare. Well done. So Wayne clean after 2. Still don't have a double, but David Ruiz can do it as he is struck in the first frame. David has never won a title, but he's had 2 finishes, earning himself $350, so he's certainly got a good shot of making this his best payday ever with the LIGBT. Only lefty in the final 4. All right, sending it wide, coming up, going late. Oh, he knocks out the 10, leaving just the 3-9. He's got the double wood back there, so no one has doubled here in the first 2 frames, though everybody does have strikes. All right, David looking to make the double wood spare. Not easy, but certainly easier because he's lefty. All over that spare. Well done, David Ruiz making the spare, and we are clean for all 4 bowlers after 2 frames. Now, as far as the handicap goes, David Ruiz is getting the most, 66 pins. Next up, getting 10 less is Wayne Garvey at 56. And then 2 less than that, 54 pins, is Weldon. And getting the least here, Frank Lunghi with only 45 pins. So Frank is spotting David Ruiz 21 pins. It's going to be tough for Frank, 68 years young, giving these young kids 20 sticks. But Frank's a good bowler, and he's going to show it here, trying to hit the pocket, going high, knocks out the 10, leaving just the 3. All right, let's take a look now at Wayne Garvey. Wayne off a spare, bowling in his 3rd frame. Wayne has no titles. His best finish is 3rd place. He's been a member for 7 years with the LIGBT. Member since 2010. All right, off the corner, coming up, missing it, mixing it up, gets the strike. And the crowd behind us appreciates that. All right, Frank Lunghi looking for his spare. And Frank's going to be all over the spare. Well, I take that all over it. He makes it barely. All right, left-handed David Ruiz working off a spare. These lanes are starting to hook now. It's been a long day. And David, oh, shaking 7-pin. He sent the messenger over. It did not fall. David bowls out of Whitestone Lanes, which is where his hometown is. He's only 20 years young. He's a single gentleman. All right, here comes Weldon. Weldon going Jersey, leaving the 5-9. So still after 3 frames, no doubles. All right, let's see if David can make this spare. All over. No! He flags it, and there's our first open. Now remember, he's getting the most handicap, so he's expected to miss a spare or 2. Now Wayne Garvey, he bowled the high series of the tournament, 885, making the squad leader in the first frame. Weldon making the spare, so he skipped the first round of the finals. So he's a little fresher than these other bowlers who've had to bowl 3 rounds to get here to the final 4 shootout. All right, Wayne Garvey now on the left lane, working on a strike. Let's see if he can get a double. Wayne off to a good strike. Start with a strike, spare strike, looking for a double in frame number 4. This ball looking pretty good. Oh, leaving a second 7. So 4 frame. He fails to double. Here comes Frank Lunghi using that short approach. Frank working off a spare. All right, Frank, who has 2 LIGBT titles, trying to make it number 3. Frank, 10 in the pit. Make it 9, but 10 pin stayed on the deck. Great shot, Frank, with a strike in frame number 4. All right, here comes Wayne Garvey, making that spare, and Wayne is clean. All right. All right, Weldon working off a spare will be up on the right-hand lane. David Ruiz with an open. Frame number 3 will be on the left. Weldon is a Suffolk County police officer. Has one title out of South Levittown Lane. So this one's way wide. Does it come back? Truck's back, but not enough. Leaving the 2-4. All right, here comes our left-hander, David Ruiz. David, big backswing going way wide. Oh, does he knock the 3 out? No, he leaves the 3-7. So this potentially could be his second consecutive open frame. So with all the handicap, he's still in good position. All right, Weldon going wide. Does he make it? Oh, look at this. He misses both pins. Well, so that's Weldon's first open. In frame number 4, let's see how David does. Can he slide it over? No, he gets the wood. Smart thing. All right, so David now has an open in the 4th frame. And we are heading into frame number 5 with Wayne Garvey on the right, working on a spare. Wayne is a retirement consultant for Aetna Insurance. Goes out of Bolarama in Connecticut. He is a single gentleman. All right, here comes Wayne out. Uh-oh, going high. Going Jersey enough? No, leaving the 6-pin. So it is not easy out there. It's a tough shot to start, and then after 8 hours of bowling on it, it has become very spotty. All right, now Frank Lunghi looking for a double in frame number 5. Here comes Frank. This one's going to probably go a little high, and it does. Knocks out the left side, but leaves the 6-10. So Frank should be an easy spare, and as well as the 6-pin for Wayne. All over that. Well done. Wayne staying clean. He's got all 9s and strikes through his first 5 frames. All right, Frank Lunghi looking for his 5th consecutive mark. And if he doesn't chop it, he's good, and he doesn't chop it. Well done, Frank. So Frank, clean through 5 frames. All right, here comes our lefty, David Ruiz. Let's see, he throws it a lot wider coming up. Hooking 10 in the pit. Way to go, David. So a great comeback after opening in frames 3 and 4. He comes back with a beautiful strike. All right, here comes Weldon. Weldon working off an open. Ooh, he goes way wide. Snap it back. 10 in the pit. What a great shot. He can't go any wider or he's going to be in the gutter. All right, let's take a look. After halfway, Frank Lunghi in his 6th frame has 125 with a spare. Under him is Weldon Drayton with a strike, 120. So Frank is 5 pins up on him. And then Wayne is 135 with a spare, up 10 pins over Frank, and then David Ruiz, 123 on a strike in his 5th frame. So we've got a pretty tight match with Wayne Garvey leading in the 5th frame by 10 pins. All right, Frank leaving a washout, which is tough. Wayne going a little wide, and he leaves the 2-5. All right, let's see it. Can Frank avoid his first open? He lost 4 pins of wood on that shot because he was on a spare. Frank, he's gonna wind up with a 9 count. So there's Frank's first open. All right, so Wayne Garvey right now is the only bowler that is clean so far. That's if he converts the 2-5. Very choppable for a right-hander. Let's see if he makes it. And he does. Well done. So Wayne Garvey, 6 consecutive marks, keeping him in the lead. Now it's a 13-pin lead over Frank Lunghi. Now, if David strikes here, he's within less than 10 pins. 10 in the pit for a big double for Weldon. Way to go, Weldon. All right, David. Big chance for a strike here. We'll get him within 10 pins of the lead. Oh, look at this. Oh, what a bad break. He rips the rack and leaves a 7-10. A disastrous leave, a bad break. So we went from being down on less than 10 pins to being down 20, probably 30 pins. All right, there he goes, flags it. And he gets the 1 pin for David. So that's David's third open in 4 frames, giving him 150 run with his handicap in frame number 6. So Wayne Garvey right now has a 22-pin lead over David. Has a 23-pin lead over Frank Lunghi. But Weldon Drayton's on a double, looking to come back into this match. Here comes Frank. Ooh, good shot, leaving a 10. All right, Wayne Garvey now. Let's see how he handles the lead. Working off 3 spares in a row in his 7th frame. All right, Wayne going wide. Oh, hold up, it's going high. Oh, no! And he leaves the 6-7, so that's going to be his first open frame. So all the bowlers now have at least 1 open if Wayne doesn't make it, and this match is going to be a fantastic finish. Frank Lunghi all over that 10-pin. Way to go, Frank. LIGBT next week is into Queens at Astoria Bowl for its monthly house shot tournament. Hope you can make it. $1,000 guaranteed first, $500 second, $300 third, and fourth is $250. Wayno gets the 1 pin. Way to go. So Wayne has a 10-pin lead now over Frank Lunghi. David could be under 10 pins if he marks, and Weldon Drayton could take the lead with this. Oh, this one he pulls. Goes Jersey for the lead, a triple. So rather be lucky than good. Takes the lead with a Jersey shot. Here comes David. And this one, 10 in the pit. He tugged it, but it held. So David within now 10 pins. So let's see how we're doing here. So right now, Wayne Garvey is going to be in 2nd place. Weldon is leading. He will be ahead of the previous leader, Wayne, probably by about 20 sticks. But it could be 30 if he strikes. Oh, Wayne Garvey. Oh, doesn't go in the gutter? Gets a strike. It was either nothing or 10. Holy cow. On the half board for Wayne. Way to go. That was frame number 8, and everybody is shaking their heads here in the audience. All right, Frank Lunghi in his 8th frame, looking for a strike. And here he goes, Frank going wide, coming up, going high, leaving the 4-6. All right, David Ruiz on a strike. He'll be right back in this match with a double. Let's see how wide he goes. Last time he tugged it, held pocket. This time, he goes a little wider. Does it come back? It does! Comes in light, mixes it for a double, and way to go. So he is staying within 20 pins of the leader. And we have got some match here. He is now moved into 2nd place. Frank missing the spare. So that's Frank's 2nd open in frame number 8. So he is now fallen to 4th place with just 2 frames to go. Now here's our leader. He can increase his lead or lose it if he opens. That is how tight this match is going into the last couple of frames. After LIGBT's house shot tournament at Astoria, we go to Herald Lanes on March 19th for a sports shot tournament at Herald Lanes. All right, here comes Weldon. This one's going to come in good. Oh, a ringing 10-pin. What a great shot. So he got the break on the last ball and got a bad break on the 8th frame. So we are in for an amazing finish with 2 frames to go. So once he marks, I'll give you an update with 2 frames to go. And he's all over. That spare just makes it. Way to go. All right, so with Weldon into the 8th frame has a mark, 199 with his handicap. If David triples, he actually could take the lead. And Wayne Garvey, he's in 3rd place. A double here would go a long way into putting him back in the match. And he would be in within 10, 15 pins. This ball looks hold, pocket. No, he goes high. Trips out the 7, leaving just the 6-10 makeable spare. All right, big 9th frame now here for these bowlers. Frank Lunghi still can go out for 237. Frank came in 2nd place in the last tournament. This tournament, 10 in the pit. Way to go, Frank. Best ball of the match. All right, Wayne Garvey. Big spare here. And he makes it. Well done. Wayne Garvey marking in his 9th frame. So that gives him 200 with a mark in the 9th. Frank Lunghi has a strike, 177 in the 9th. All right, Weldon Drayton. Right now, this match is within a couple of pins between Weldon and David Ruiz. All right. 10 in the pit for Weldon. What's the score here? He strikes, takes the lead. He takes the lead. All right, David Ruiz on a double. Can he triple? This ball looks pretty good. 10 in the pit, and he's taking the lead with a triple in frame number 9. No? Take that. He's 8 down when you include the handicap. So David Ruiz, 8 down. Got 211 in the 8. Yes, 12 down. That is correct. So here comes Frank Lunghi looking for a double. Oh, he's got to, come on, knock it. No, he leaves it ringing. 10 pin in the 10th frame. That would have been a big double for Frank. All right, here comes Wayne Garvey. Wayne could still go out for 250 with his handicap. Oh, this one looks pretty good. 10 in the pit. Way to go. So he's got 220, can go out for 250. Some great bowling here in the final 4. Here comes Frank looking for the spare, walks away with it. No, and he's got it. Big spare for Frank. So that gives Frank has a chance of shooting 172 or 217 with his handicap. All right, Wayne looking for the double. This ball looks pretty good. Does it hold pocket? It does! No! A ringing 10 pin. Oh, what a great shot in a pressure situation. So that's going to put him 240 with a spare. What a bad break. What a great shot by Wayne in a pressure situation. Ringing 10 pin. All right, Frank Lunghi. His final shot here in the match. Ball going a little high. Oh, he leaves a 5 count. So Frank's going to finish with 167 scratch, 212 with his handicap. He's going to finish in 4th place for $300. All right, Wayne Garvey walking away from that spare. He finishes with 184, 240 with his handicap and bonus pins. So he's going to finish in 3rd place for $350. Right. So what's the story here? So Weldon a strike here. Weldon, oh, goes high. Now, here's the story. Weldon doesn't lose wood because he's on a strike. But if David hits here, he takes the lead in frame number 10. So this is for all the marbles, folks. David Ruiz for the first LIGBT title. David Ruiz. Oh no, bad shot. Leaving the 6-pin. Ooh, that one he tugged terribly. So it looks like Weldon's got to make this spare. Oh, what a conversion! That was for the title. Wow. Wow, Weldon. Looks like he has a 9-pin lead. As David looking for the spare, makes it. Well done. So he's going to finish. He's going to go out for 250 if he strikes. Weldon has 249. He needs 2 pins on this ball to win his second title. Here it goes. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And Weldon Drayton. Congratulations to Weldon Drayton getting his second title. And here comes David Ruiz, our second place finish, striking, finishing up with 250. So here's our final. There's Weldon, our champion. Here he is. Way to go. And where's his daughter? Come on, get on camera.
All right, thank you.
All right. The proud papa. There is his beautiful daughter, and the winning check and the winning trophy. Congratulations, Weldon Drayton Jr. And there are your final scores. 258 for Weldon for first for 1,000. Second place, David Ruiz for 250 for $500. Third with the 240 was Wayne Garvey. And last but not least, Frank Lunghi, finishing up with the 212 worth $300. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a good evening and a safe trip. Good night.